salute y'all. It's your boy Tim Snow. Got another one here for you, man. I just want to say what's up to everybody here.
Yeah, well, what you a fella? I say you got me, man. That's what I'm saying.
It's your boy Tim Snow. Big Prison Story family, salute y'all. It's your boy Tim Snow. Big Prison Story family, salute y'all. It's your boy Tim Snow.
Big Prison Story family, salute. JoJo first up. Salute my brother. Hope everything's going good. I just wanted to come tap in and talk about a couple things tonight. Let a few people jump in. Y'all do me a favor, drop your location in the chat for me as you come in. Nikki Lynn, good evening. Hope everything is going well. Break of Dawn, I like that name. That's original right there. My little bro Sandman, what's up Sandman? Salute my brother. Y'all drop your locations. Locations, please. JoJo, we know you're in Arizona. San Antonio in the house. Waco, San Antonio. What up, JD? Salute, man. Ventura, California. Kyle Fee, where you from? We got a couple different things I want to talk about tonight. Wayne Martin, what's up? Katy, Texas in the house. Buffalo, New York. Man, we got them coming in fast. Appreciate all the love. Deer Park, Texas. What's up, neighbor? Southern Cal, salute. LB, what's up, LB? I can't remember where you from, LB. San Antonio, you know what? Sure, it's good to see so many people. San Antonio, Christina Lynn, I think I seen you around once or twice when I was young. Rudy Mesa, salute. That boy say on the rancho, the compound. Much love to you, boy. Don't get caught with that thing. Penn Island, salute, man. Hope everybody's having a good day. Hey, did y'all hear about the scummy prisoner? I think this is like some sleazeball move right here. I never seen nothing like this, but did y'all hear about the sleazy prisoner that called in the bomb threat today at the elementary school? Or yesterday, I guess, is when he did it, which was kind of crazy. I've never even heard of anything like this before. So, this was something that I just really couldn't believe. If you know, it says, look, police say TDCJ inmate called in bomb threat to Hillsboro, Texas elementary school. The Hillsboro Department of Public Safety says an inmate in custody of the Texas Department of Criminal Justice called in a bomb threat to the Hillsboro Elementary School on Monday. Police say a warrant will be sought for the 31-year-old inmate who was not identified and remains in TDCJ custody. On May 12th at 7:45 a.m., police say an officer assigned to the Hillsboro Elementary School campus notified Hillsboro DPS of a reported bomb threat. The school was immediately evacuated and search was performed, but no explosive devices were found. With the assistance of the ATF, authorities conducted an investigation where a person of interest was identified late morning. Late that afternoon, authorities say they got location data linked to the phone used to make the threat was traced back to a device inside of a TDCJ facility in the Michael unit located in Tennessee Colony. The investigation confirmed the threat as made from a 31-year-old inmate using a cell phone inside of his cell. Police allege the motive for the threat was related to a contracted cafeteria worker at the Hillsboro Elementary School, identified as a 47-year-old woman named Whitney. The woman, according to police, was arrested on an outstanding warrant out of Anderson County for possession of a controlled substance. An additional warrant will be pursued for the inmate who made the threat while he remains in custody. Police say this was believed to be an isolated incident. Good Lord. What in the world? Can you imagine that, y'all? You tripping so hard over this woman. Come on, man. That's sleazebag shit right there, though, if you want to know the truth. Like, causing a bomb threat to an elementary school, man. You got little kids in there. And you're doing it over a woman? Come on, man. A lunch lady? And now you just got your free world charge. What? First of all, where's Hillsboro? Does anybody in the comments even know where that's at? Because it sounded confusing to me. It said Hillsboro DPS. I've never heard of a local Department of Public Safety. The only one I ever heard is the Department of Public Safety. So I don't even know what that's about, but Imagine being in your cell, so angry at your free girlfriend that you probably met while you're in your cell, that you get a free world case. And check this out. That's how bad these feds are. They got the number, they got the data from his cell phone, who he's been calling, who he texts, who's he on his Facebook with. Yeah, they got all that just that quick. One simple judge signs one simple paper, and bam, you're caught, dog. What a waste of a cell phone in an institution. Can you imagine that? Like, who in the right mind would even try to do something like that? But if y'all remember, there was a man on death row. The guy on death row got the whole death row shook down because he was threatening the was like a state senator or something like that. He was calling from his death row cell trying to get the people. It was crazy. Southwest Houston, A-Leaf. Shout out to the A-Leaf homies, Southwest, man. I got a bunch of people over there for real. But broken ass salute. I appreciate that, y'all. So we're live on Facebook, on my personal Facebook. We're live on the Texas Prison Stories Facebook. We're live on YouTube. We're live on Twitch. We're live on Instagram. So we're streaming everywhere tonight. But if you're watching on Instagram, and I'm not trying to ignore your comments, it's just for the simple fact that I can't see them. For some reason, the streaming program doesn't let me see the IG comments. So I don't know. Let me do something real quick. Excuse me, y'all. All right. So yeah, the program I got, it lets me stream to 10 destinations. So Jules, you ain't lying. Look, Freaky Friday. That's what we should start doing, huh? Freaky Friday. We just call out call out all the bullshit we see everywhere. But I'm gonna start doing that anyway. So I got some good news though. Excuse me. Mike Charles, what's up, man? I've been trying to call you, man. That's a bet. Answer the phone. Shit. Tell me what time. I hit you up. But Fred, what's up, Fred? Salute to everybody on all the different platforms watching. So I actually had a crazy interaction a minute ago, y'all. If you want to know the truth, I don't even know if they're supposed to do it or not, but I went into the liquor store a minute ago to go buy me a couple lottery tickets and a Gatorade. Look, check it out. No BS. I went into the liquor store because it's close by to get a couple lotto tickets and get a Gatorade. And there was a Texas prison guard in there, a female. And I said, "How you doing, ma'am?" She said, "Hey, honey, how you doing?" And she was getting her little stuff. And I said, "Hey, let me ask you a question." She said, "What's up?" I said, "Have you ever seen a YouTube channel named Texas Prison Stories?" And she said, "No." And here's where I made my mistake. I said the wrong thing. I don't know why I even said the wrong thing. I was really just trying to promote the channel, tell her to come watch. But I said, it's about y'all. And when I said it's about y'all, I meant that it was about the prison system, not specifically the prison guards. Y'all know I don't talk about the guards very often on here because most of them just trying to make a paycheck, right? But peep this out. When I tell her that, I'm realizing immediately that I said the wrong thing and I'm trying to correct myself, right? Hell no, the lady started yelling and screaming at me. Listen, I'm in the liquor store now holding my Gatorade and I'm getting verbally abused, like tore up. Like this lady going, "And it ain't about me. I'm one of the good ones. Yeah, it ain't about me. I didn't tell them people to rape kids and women and kill old ladies and all this other shit." She started going on all this old tangent, like for a while, right? And I just say, "Look here, man." I say, "Look here." I had to say it about 3 times, right, for her to be quiet. And I said, "Why are you talking to me like I'm an inmate? Do you see me? I'm a free man right here. Look, I can't imagine how you act on the inside." Yeah, she had 4 stripes on her arm, so she been there at least 20 years. I said, "Look at those 4 stripes on your arm. You so institutionalized by your job. You're out here talking to people in the free world like you got some type of authority or you're some type of official." I said, "That's the problem with the system right now." And that's what's going on, right? Like this is not the life you want. That's what I try to explain. People think you're gonna go inside of a prison and these people gonna protect you. No, these people gonna feed you to the lions. Especially if you got one of them old crazy old cases. They gonna expose you immediately. Yeah, no. It's people like that that are been there 20, 25, 30 years. They hate their job. Right? They hate their job. They're literally so I don't know. Jules asking a good question. I really don't know why there's so many people that are Nigerians that work in TDCJ. I'm not sure, but everybody knows they're literally like, I think they're just here on a work visa. But I've always wondered uh how does TDC even like find these people? Does TDC itself like run job wanted advertisements in Nigeria or something? Like, and I'm not being funny. There's so many of them, and they're all in the Houston area for sure. They're in the East Texas area, but I'm not sure if they work in the West Texas area or the Southern prisons. So I'm not too sure. He said he paid for the billboard over there. No, so I mean, if you drive behind, salute to everybody in the chat. I see y'all. Appreciate y'all tapping in. If you're watching live on YouTube, double tap the screen for me. Get them likes up. If you're watching on Facebook, hit the thumbs up and share this video out for me. I sure would appreciate it because that's how this platform is going to grow. We're live right now on my personal Facebook. We're live on the TPS Facebook and we're on Twitch, YouTube, IG. So we're going everywhere tonight, right? We're going to get it up. But, yeah, no, seriously though, listen, the prison guard woman, like, I don't even think they're supposed to be in a liquor store in their uniform, right? She's lucky I'm not a rat. That's all I'm gonna say. She's lucky I'm not a rat because in all reality, the woman disrespected me just a minute ago so bad it was unbelievable. Just for asking a simple question and kind of explaining myself improperly, right? She should have asked me first. Well, what do you mean, about us or something like that, right? But instead, she's so used to being in a position of authority, being in a position of just being able to speak to me in any type of way. They think they're law enforcement sometimes, right? Like these are the people that you have to deal with, try to rationalize things to and stuff like that. Like these people take that they're so miserable at their job, they hate it so bad that they can't be happy. It's unfortunate, right? But then again, I don't know if she might have been at the liquor store for a third time that day and was just loaded. I don't know. It was about 7:30, so who knows? But does anybody know? Honestly, does anybody know? Or is a TDCJ employee allowed to be off duty in a liquor store? I just want to know for my own general purpose reason. I'm just curious. I doubt it. Probably not. Marco, you ain't lying, huh? Salute. If everybody's watching on Facebook, hit that thumbs up for me. But yeah, I just thought that was funny. And honestly, if I could have had that on video, I need to wear me one of them little police body cameras. Boy, if I could have got that on video, that would have went viral. I could have uploaded that as a YouTube short, and that would have been viral just by the attitude that I received for asking a simple question, by telling her hi, and then asking a simple question about Texas Prison Stories YouTube channel, and then saying it's about y'all. That's where I admit fault. I should have said it's about the system. But man, she wouldn't even let me explain. I tried to explain myself. She just started yelling, screaming. Like, I mean, literally yelling and screaming. So I tell you what, if she worked my cell block, I'd stay in the cell the whole time. Yeah. Oh, you know what? I should ask, could I buy that? I should go back, huh? And say, can I get that footage if they have audio? Hell yeah, that liquor store has cameras. Yeah. And I bet he would sell it to me, but you know what? Maybe not. But I don't want to. No, I don't want to do that though. I'm not trying to get nobody in trouble. Hell no. That's y'all tripping. That's police shit. It was just crazy, right? It's just something I'm just talking on. Yeah, Brandon, that's right. Just power tripping. I said, Marco, you right. So I felt like, if you want to know the truth, it really felt like a guilty conscience type of thing to me. Like, If I say it's about y'all, how you don't know it's something good about y'all? How do you know I'm not supporting y'all? Right? Like, how do you know it's not pro prison guard? Because since the day I started my channel, I ain't been anti prison guard. I've just told the truth, right? Like, they're not the man. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. I sure do. So I just tell the truth, and that's never me downing those folks. You know what I'm saying? Because I know, like I said before, my daughter's grandmother was a retired prison guard. Started her career off in Ferguson unit. You know, and I ain't got no beef with them, right? Phil Bird, any of them, period. A man, woman, black, white, Hispanic, whatever. If you make a prison guard mad, you're in trouble, point blank, period. Like, so I see a lot of these posts on these Facebook prison groups and all this bullshit where the family are saying that their man or whatever loved one is being harassed by a prison guard. Let me tell you something. That's real still, right? Like it's a real thing. But at the same time, that person done something to that guard, right? Mick, thank you for that. I appreciate you, my brother. Salute. So somebody somewhere did something to that guard, but the something they did to that guard might have been little to nothing. And that guard is just petty as hell. Like the lady I'm talking about tonight, right? Like, yeah, you might have just looked at that person wrong, that prison guard, or you was in a bad mood that day. So when he told you to get up out the day room, you took a little bit too long. So now they got a grudge on you. It's real. But I always ask the family, like, what started this? What is because there's so many men on a prison that it's pretty easy to lay low and stay out their way, right? Unless you're something like a white guy that's with the Crips or Bloods or White Tongo Blast or something that really makes you stand out. It's pretty easy just to lay low. You know what I'm saying? No, that's crazy. Look at that. We had a lieutenant that used to try to push you out your bed at 4 a.m. You talking about just push you specifically out the bed? Or T-Mo, I don't want to disrespect her, man. That's somebody around here's grandmother, man. I promise you. It's right here in the hood. I'm just saying, this is the mentality, right? Convict Ballerina, salute my friend. Good to see you. You got one of the best true crime TikTokers in the world in the chat. Oh, man, that's an honor. Make sure y'all follow Convict Ballerina on TikTok. Her shit is the bomb. No doubt about it. Great supporter of my channel, too. Ballerina, I was just telling him I just got my ass chewed out by a Texas prison guard in a liquor store. Man, made me feel like I was right back in TDCJ, but I told her at the very end, look how you're speaking to me. Look at your attitude. Looking like what you're doing in public right now. I'm a free man. You know what I'm saying? Looks like I've been getting some sun. I guess it's just getting in that time of year. I'm starting to get summertime or whatever. I think, you know what? So I'm getting this weird anxiety is what's really starting to happen right now. So next week is the last week of school, and that's when I got to quit my job. And even though I know I'm gonna be all right, right? I know I'm gonna make it and all that stuff. And even my boss told me, hey man, you got a life life sentence. Mike Hunt. Now you know what I did? I monetized his YouTube channel. Yeah, I did what nobody else would do for him. I helped him. So I feel like everybody else that didn't help him are the ones that ain't respected. But you know, that's just how life goes, right? Everybody has their own opinion. But I tell you what, if you was in a prison cell sitting in there by yourself in a box and some guy is willing to help you monetize your channel and make some money, would you love that man? Would you be grateful for that man when nobody else would do it? I know I would for sure, but I really don't want to talk about that too much. You know why? Because people are running wild with the situation, disrespecting the man's name that does not need to be disrespected. All right, like that's the real true facts. You can say my name all day, all day, all day. I don't give a damn. That's cool. I'm a YouTuber. I do this shit professionally, right? I'm somewhere, I think 16 million views on YouTube right now. About 20 million views on Facebook. Millions of views on TikTok right now. Like, man, I'm a professional at this shit, right? And that's the real truth. So trolls and all that other shit, that doesn't bother me. Let me see if I can show y'all something. See if y'all see this shit. Hold on. My shit's gonna fuck it up. Hold on a second. Let me show y'all something why I don't care about trolls and all that other shit. Something. I got my daughter's stuffies everywhere around here. House is full of stuffies, y'all. That's the real truth. Look at this shit. You see that? Let me see. I don't know if you can see it or not. What does it say? Hold on. What does it say? Views 15.4. That's just on YouTube. That's not all the other ones. That's not the Spotify. That's not all the Facebook views. That's not all the IG, everything else, Twitch, what is that shit? The Rumble, all that other stuff. Not, so I've been doing this for so long. The YouTube streets, man, you know what? Honestly, I don't know anymore because I haven't tuned in a long time. When YouTube streets first started, they was dope. They was legit. You talking about the podcast? Yeah, hell yeah, they was legit. I haven't seen it. I haven't tuned in. I don't watch too much Facebook. What's up, Rusty? How you doing, brother? Appreciate you tapping in. But it's been a long time. Yeah, so I don't watch too many YouTubers no more, man. Like, especially, so if I watch a YouTuber, it's gonna be specifically because I see somebody on there that I'm interested in nowadays, like prison content and all that type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? I'm not really into all that too much for sure. Shout out to Jay Williams. Yeah, man, much love to Jay Williams. Jay Williams called me the other day, and Jay Williams did what everybody else won't do. All right, Jay Williams shared out one of my videos for me, and let me tell you something. On YouTube, that's rare. Man, it is so rare for somebody in the same genre as you to actually share your video, shout you out, and show you some love. So when that man did that, man, I appreciated the hell out of that, right? That was real. Yeah. Canadian. He's from Canada. I did not know that. I sure didn't. Black Star say you rocking with me for 5 years. I appreciate it. So you know what? Shit, y'all been seeing me on a journey in life, right? From coming home from the feds to having my daughter to, man, when I caught COVID real bad, lost a bunch of weight. Different time on here, broke my foot, couldn't work for a while. You know what I'm saying, man? Like it was an up and down journey. It was a battle through this YouTube thing, right? And it's hard doing. For one thing about it, this YouTube shit is hard to get in that algorithm. It's hard to get people to watch your first few videos and shit like that, right? Like, I know it looks easy and people think it's easy, and in all reality, it is easy. Like, when I started YouTube, I started on a broke Android phone that cost about $150 with a broke screen, sitting on my, sitting on my dresser, standing up against the wall, and just did the recording. One or two times I hit pause and I had to think about what to say next. But I've never really even edited a video before. Like, how many people can say they're getting ready to hit that 100K plaque without ever even editing videos? You know what I mean? So I'm excited about it. You know, my daughter asks me every single day, Daddy, when are you getting that 100K plaque? It's to the point now when I told her, please stop asking me, but she will not stop asking. So every single day I have to give her an update on how close I am to that 100K plaque. I don't know why she wants me to get it so bad, but it's because she sees all her YouTubers, all the kids and all that other stuff. Uh, they got the million plaque, all right? So I don't think I'll ever get the million plaque. I really don't think. I mean, so anything is possible with God, right? Maybe one day I get the million plaque, but I don't see anything in the immediate future that would do that, right? So I don't know, but I'm fixing to push hard. And I got some good news though. So I talked to a cat today that I couldn't believe I was really talking to. I guess I mean I can, but I can't, right? But he was one of the real life opposition when we was young. He was the real life enemy. Like the dude was a threat. Like when gang banging was serious and hardcore around here, everybody knew this man, and he was on the other team, right? And when he come around, you already know what time it is. Yeah, he finna test you. You finna have to show something or whatever, right? So talking to him today, it felt good and it was different. It felt better than I thought because he got a CDL. And Wayne, guess what? He got a CDL the exact same way you did through the same program, I believe. And we just talked about it. That was the crazy part. And I told him that we had just spoke about it. Wayne, what's the name of the place that got you the CDL? So the CDL program that he took is free. Wayne took it too, just got his Class A CDL. And the guy is now driving trucks. He's doing good. And man, it just felt good seeing it. Yeah, that's where it was. So check this out. Freeworld.org provides free truck driving schools and the testing and all that for anybody who's been incarcerated before. So everybody watching this needs to pay attention to what Wayne just said right there. But what he said, already told you we can, Wayne, whenever you want to. You just ain't never tell me when you want to. But so freeworld.org. But what he said was that right now for the year they're already out of funds because I guess it's private. It's private. Privately funded, government funded. I mean, surely somebody has to pay it. You know what I mean? I'm not sure who has to pay it, but a lot of those programs run like that. You know what I mean? But yeah, so Wayne, he's the second person to tell me about this freeworld.org type thing. And I can't even believe it. Like I can't believe I've never even heard of it. The the one that I knew about is called Sir Jobs for Progress. You have to type in, it's literally Sir, like the letter SER, Jobs for Progress. And that's a program right there for that is set up for, so it was started in the old days for Hispanic communities, is what it was. And then it went to black people, and then it went to white people if you've been incarcerated. So if you're a white person that's been incarcerated, any Hispanic or any black man, I believe, they help you. And what they'll do, hell yeah, Abu, I was dope. I was fun talking to him today too. So anyway, and he said he'll do a video with me. And guess what? Me and Albu, so I got the Beto right after Albu left. Man, we know a lot of the same people. I sent him a picture, so I probably blew Albu mind, right? I sent him a picture of somebody that was on the wing with him way back then, but a picture of him recently. And I got that picture from my homeboy IGC Blue. Shout out to Blue Boy. Love you, my brother. So if I can get Albu on here, which he said he would do it, think about how epic that's gonna be right there. Because excuse me for a second, y'all. Yeah, if I can get Albu on there, which will be epic because in all reality, like I said, he was serious in the streets. He had a 15-year sentence that he did on, I think, his second bid. We've been to the same spots a little bit, and so we're gonna do we're gonna be dope video, and I can't wait for that one, y'all. I'm really excited about that, to tell you the truth. And I have a few more we're fixing to so you know me, right? My motto is this is not the life you want. Because this is not the life you want. But if y'all want to know the real truth, man, it's hard sometimes finding men that have really been in them trenches, right? Like really, really put in that work that that are okay with talking about it if you want to know the truth. You know, some people prison brings up anxiety to them. It brings up bad feelings, bad memories, but Al Boo was coming from the point of me, and it made me happy to hear him speak on things like he was saying it, right? I ain't gonna talk about it too much, but let's just say real life OG, you know what I'm saying, who's out here doing good right now. And that's the type of people that I like to rock with. That's the type of people that I like to bring on here. I really don't uh want to see nobody on my channel back in jail, you know, say it, man. I love Zaydog. I love Saucy D. But man, it hurts like hell seeing them on here trying to be positive. You know what I'm saying? How is my camera looking all blurry? What's going on? Let me see something. Is that any better? Maybe that's a little bit better. Yeah, so shout out to Zaydog, Saucy D, rest in peace, Mr. Larry. But it's hard as hell to watch them try and know that they're doing good and then just get a setback like that, man. But you know what? Everything happens for a reason, and even Big C. So unfortunately, a lot of the people, the real homies I've had on here, are back incarcerated right now. It is what it is, right? When you bring on real ones, you never know what's gonna happen to them later, I guess. But Al Boo, I think, is on the right track, and I think he's got his mind together, and that's what I liked about it, right? And so it's gonna be fire. I hope we get that one soon. I worked as a CO. I can tell you 90% of the issues I run into weren't caused by offending. Sergeant and higher ups would come in causing problems. Worked there 8 months before I was laid off for COVID. What unit were you working at? Where were you at? And so I really badly, listen, y'all, I badly need to get in touch with Convict Ballerina after this, because she told me she would do a video with me. And of course, we'll promote her stuff that she's got going on. Make sure you follow Convict Ballerina on TikTok. But she's got a wild ass story, and I won't get into it either. I hope she's watching and we can get that done like ASAP, like Rocky, because it's something people need to hear. Because in all reality, man, I don't recommend. This is not the life you want, like being a prisoner, and this is not the life you want even as a job. And I appreciate that. So honestly, you know what? Man, in the state, I don't really know much about them at all, because you don't hear about them. Laredo is kind of small, you know what I mean? But in the feds, so in the feds in Beaumont, trying to be realistic right here, right? Not to exaggerate. I want to say I used to see about 7 or 8 of them in Beaumont walking around with Laredo tattooed on them. Tongo, Laredo, stuff like that. Bobo, what's up, my brother? Yeah, yeah. So they're there. It's real, right? But I don't know too much about them, honestly. And I would imagine pretty small in the state too, being that Laredo is not a really big city or anything. But at the same time, it's a border city. So you know one thing about it, them border cities are out of control. Yeah, any city on the border in Texas usually is pretty wild. Phil, what's up, my brother? Everything, my day was good, man. I had a work day, knocked it out, ate me a couple tacos. I didn't even come home and eat breakfast, to tell you the truth. My daughter's staying the night with her aunt tonight, so and with her mama. Christina Lynn, make sure you double tap the screen for me, get these lights up. But yeah, she's staying with her kin folks, so daddy's just at home kicking, relaxing. I felt like I would come on. It's Gus Gus. So I got, you know what? I got some few Nueces County jail stories that are actually really fire. I need to tell them. So I'm definitely fixing to get back to this summer. So I told myself, and I was talking to the homie Hangout today. Shout out to Rascal from the homie Hangout. I told him 4 years ago when I kind of back 3 or 4 years ago when I back on actually telling personal prison stories that the reason I was backing back because I didn't want to run out. Point blank period. Every man gonna run out at one point. And I told myself when I can build myself up to 100K or go on somebody's big platform, then I will start telling the prison stories again, right? Because that's what helped it. That's what built the channel. That's the core foundation of the channel. But at the same time, I'm just ready to do it right now, right? So fuck waiting on 100K. That's taking too long. I'm just gonna get back to them and really do them. You know what I'm saying? That the pistoleros are from Laredo, yeah, for sure. You know what? So I remember the first pistolero I ever seen was a Pam Lyncher in state jail. I was on the state jail side, and he was a pretty big, strong Mexican guy too, and he had that pistol on the side of him, and it said HPL, and I didn't even know what that was. I ain't even gonna lie, man, at that time I was like, what's that mean? I asked one of the homeboys, and they told me. And Marshall Skates, does Amarillo have the Chucos too? So Amarillo is, I think, West Texas Tango. I got a video that we did on here that got quite a few views too. Maybe 50, 60,000 views with a dude named King West. Shout out to King West. He's from up there in the Amarillo area, West Texas area. I think Amarillo was part of it. Yeah, hell yeah. And at one time, I believe even El Paso was just West Texas, and they broke off and started their own Chuco Tango. Ash, what's up, Ash? Salute to everybody in the chat. Hey, y'all drop y'all's locations in the chat if you hadn't did it already. Let me know where you're watching from. We're live right now on my personal Facebook, on my Texas Prison Stories Facebook, the YouTube, Twitch, everybody else right there. There goes AR-15 calling. Maybe he wants to hop on the video. Let me see what's going on. That'd be kind of dope, huh? Let me see. Yeah, he texted me earlier today saying he's back working them 12-hour days. Man, them 12-hour days are no joke. I do them a lot. So my average day is a 10-hour day, 10 to 11 hours. But boy, we do a lot of 12-hour days too. And Rocky Green, what's up, Rocky? Salute, my brother. Western Oklahoma, salute. Yeah, yeah. So I know. I heard that before. Some of them would. All right. AR say he's finna hop on in about 10 minutes. So that'll be cool. I'll keep BS until he jumps up in the chat with us, y'all. If y'all don't know who AR-15 is, that's my boy. When I was in federal prison, AR was one of the I guess you would say speakers, was the speaker for the Tango Blast guys from the Houston. And up in there, that as far as I know, that just was one speaker. Like it was basically him for the Hispanics. So that's actually my boy. Excuse me. Say Bobo. Bobo, you gonna have to excuse me, damn. You gotta take a break every now and then, you know, when they do them refinery days, 7/12s or whatever. What do they do? Every 15 days they give you one rest day or something like that. Is that what it is? I can't really remember. Let's see what you say. This OKC. National Jones. What's up, National Jones? Salute. Man, I appreciate everybody tapping in with a Friday night, man. I just wanted to pop up and make my presence felt. Been a lot of drama in the YouTube yard and the YouTube streets and all that other stuff. But you know, man, I really don't enjoy none of that. Uh-oh, hold on. Yeah, I really don't enjoy none of that. None of that shit. I done messed my camera up. Hold on, y'all. Rookies, man, I swear. I'm sorry about that, y'all. You got to deal with this. This is a truck driver trying to do YouTube here. This is not the this is not your neighborhood professional YouTube channel, man. I've never even tried to be that because in all reality, I just don't even know how. You know what I'm saying? I feel like it's just better to come on here and just be real, try to be real, try to be yourself. You know, so that's what I was speaking on earlier about YouTube itself is not hard, right? Like to upload a video, to do YouTube, to do all this other stuff. I mean, anybody can do it. Like that's why you have to be careful about who you follow on YouTube also though, right? Like because hey, sometimes you might follow the wrong person. And then sometimes you don't know you're following the wrong person, right? And that's not going out to anybody specific or directing it at anybody at all. I'm just saying, like, just be aware that anybody can have a damn YouTube, you know. So thankfully mine, man, I feel like mine has just been a blessing from God. I think he knows my heart. He knows I'm here to try to help people. I'm here to try to really show people this is not the life they want. Give them the reasons why it's not the life we want. Bring on all kind of people to agree with us, you know. And hey, if there's anybody that ever watches this YouTube channel, particularly here, that thinks this is the life they want, or they think they're built for it or whatever, then go get it. If you don't believe snow, it's over there waiting for you. They got a Aggie waiting for you in Field Squad. They got a lumpy ass mattress waiting for you that weighs about 40 pounds. You got to drag it down a long ass hallway. They got some top ramen noodles waiting on you. Chili with beans, chili with no beans. They got all that waiting on you. Yeah, they do. If you're on any type of medication, they got some generic version that probably don't even work for you. I mean, man, I can't think of one positive thing about it. So these new incentive dorms are blowing people's mind, including mine. I ain't gonna lie. Let me tell him I emailed him the link. And I bet you AR himself doesn't even know about them incentive dorms. Mondo, I appreciate that, man. So this the deal, right? I'm too old for drama, man. I just got through talking about getting yelled at and screamed at by a prison guard in the liquor store, right? Man, I live in the hood, man. There's tweakers outside right now, crackheads on one side, tweakers on the other. I don't know what them other fools, man. They just, I think they're on that K2 or something over there. Like it's a real life deal, right? So hell no, I don't want to come on YouTube and fight and scream and act childish or anything like that. Not at all, man. It just is not a good look. It's not professional. It's not respectable as a father, you know. I always look at it like this, y'all. I swear I say this all the time. If you've never heard me say it, I mean it, right? That one day I'm an older father. I had my daughter when I was 38 years old. So I'm an older father. I don't know what my life expectancy is. I have no idea how old I'm going to be, right? Maybe I'll make it to 100. Shit, I don't know. And hopefully I do. But what I do say is I do know one day when I'm passed away, when I'm gone and I'm deceased, that my loved one, my little daughter, will have these videos. She will be able to come back and watch her father. You know, she will be able to understand that she'll be able to understand her father a little bit better as she was growing up. And she won't see her father on here being a clown, being an idiot, doing nothing embarrassing, right? the entire school where my daughter goes to knows about Texas prison stories. You know what? Let me grab my keyboard 1 second, y'all. Hold on 1 second. I apologize. Don't go nowhere. Double tap that screen for me if you're watching live on YouTube. So if you're watching live on YouTube, double tap that screen for me. If you're watching on Facebook, hit that thumbs up and share button. Let's get this thing shared out, man. I sure appreciate it too. But yeah, everybody in my daughter's school knows about my YouTube channel. You know, so imagine the reflection on her, right? So that's why I say, man, a lot of times you see people on here behaving crazy. You see people on here out of character, out of pocket, doing strange things on times where they really shouldn't be on camera. Think about that reflection on your family. Your mom. What if your mom sees you being a damn dummy on Facebook or YouTube or IG or TikTok, Twitter, any of this shit? You know, if you have a job, which most of them probably don't, think about how your job feels about it. Not saying that they'll fire you if you're an idiot on YouTube, but they ain't gonna respect it. You know what I mean? Like, they're not gonna respect it even a little bit. So I just feel no matter what somebody else says, no matter what somebody else does or whatever, I can't let them pull me out of my position, right? You can't trick me out of my character. You can't trick me out of my position. And if I feel like I gotta do something or in a certain way, then I try to do it all the way. Right? Hey, if you wanna play, I'm gonna try to deep fry your ass. I'm gonna try to end it. I'm gonna try to come for the jugular. I'm trying to like really prove my point because I don't want it to be continuously. I don't want to involve other people in it. I'd rather just get it over with. Same thing in the prison, the same thing on here. Hey, you got some kind of problem. Let's just get this shit over with. Because festering and brewing and back and forth and all that, man, that shit takes too long. It involves too much bullshit, you know. But I appreciate y'all for respecting the fact that I try to stay away from it. I really do, but every now and then you have to do it. You know what I'm saying? But I try to do that, even that, in a respectable way. All right, Jesse, what's up, Jesse? Yeah, so there you go. It's called self-respect. You have to have self-respect, right? You have to have pride in yourself, confidence in yourself, self-respect. So one thing that you got to have on YouTube, especially, is confidence in yourself, first and foremost. You know, do I have any, man, damn, why do I keep bumping that? I'm sorry, hold on. Do I have any stories? Let me pin that comment. Let me turn the camera back on. Sorry, y'all. I'm fucking up. Let's see if I can get it on. Oh, man. Come on, y'all. Let me go. There we go. So, do I have any stories about lifestyle? Honestly, man, so they were a little bit older than me. One of my childhood friends actually had a child with one of them, and they're out now. I know one of them, I believe, works in the Port of Houston. The other one has an actual little small trucking business and flips houses now. Like, so they did their fair time and they came out and they're successful businessmen. I got to give them their props on that. Like, they're not out here doing bad or anything. Pancho V actually had dropped a little bit more music, and one of them was pretty dope. I ain't gonna lie, it was. He was in Beaumont before I got there. Hey, y'all, what's up, my brother?
What's up, fam?
How you doing?
Good, dog. Good. Just got off of work a little bit ago, man. Out the shower. I got a little something to eat. Chilling, homie. What you doing?
Man, I'm just chilling. Hey, was you in Beaumont when Pancho V from Galveston Salty Water Records was over there? They just asked about it. I don't know. I don't know if y'all was on the same compound at the same time.
I don't remember. I don't remember. 2015.
He was a Mexican dude that ran with the blacks too. So
no, I know. I know who you're talking about. But
you would have remembered him though.
Yeah.
Nah, y'all probably just didn't cross paths then.
Yeah.
Right there, right when I got to Beaumont, was right after when BG from Cash Money Records had left.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
right after.
Yeah.
right when he left is when I got there.
Yeah.
So, and then my homeboy Gator was actually his cellmate. So that
'Cause
was
you
cool.
got there right after I left.
Right, yep. Right after you left, I got there. And so we stayed in I stayed in QA, and I think they were in PA, I think as well. It was right
Yeah.
next to us right there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. What's up, man? How you doing? You had a good day at work?
Good, man. Good, dog. Chilling. We were busy, but luckily we got off a little early, so it was nice. Yeah. We long weekend. I don't go back till Tuesday, so
Oh,
loving it,
really?
man.
That's
Long
what's up.
weekend. Yeah. Yeah. So just right
Hey,
relaxing.
I was just telling them I'm having some crazy anxiety setting in about this quitting this job shit, man. Like it's not so I seen some people listen, I seen some people and some other people's comments saying that oh Tim Snow is trying to do this and do that so he don't have to drive trucks no more, right? Man,
Right.
that's the craziest shit I ever heard. All my life I've wanted to be a truck driver. It's like my favorite thing to do. Like, why the hell would I want to stop it?
Right.
Yeah, I don't know. Man, listen, I don't ask too many people to come on my channel, honestly. Maybe if he hits me up, maybe we can make something happen. I don't know, but honestly, people like that probably don't want to fuck with Tim Snow, the ex-white crip. Maybe so, maybe not. Who knows? I'm not sure. But you can ask him in his comments if he wants to do it. I ain't against it. You know what I'm saying? Hey,
Hmm.
one thing about it, boy, I'm glad you stayed out of all the drama. We've been having a little beef and a little drama going on and all that. I was just telling him, man, that really ain't even in my character, dog.
I already know.
I
Yeah.
prefer to lay back, sit back, and chill. You know, hey, do you remember
Yeah.
what I used to? Let me ask you one question. Do you remember what I used to do in the feds constantly? It would be me and one or two of my homeboys. I'd put my chair right outside my door and stay right there
Just chill. Yeah.
almost all day. If I wasn't
Yeah.
at that table playing Scrabble, I'd be sitting right in front of my cell, minding my
You-
business.
Yep.
You know
Yeah,
what I'm
you're right.
saying? Yeah,
I
like
remember.
yeah, like that's my favorite thing to do. You know what I'm saying? Honestly, Jay Supreme, thank you for that too. I appreciate it. But yeah, man, like that shit is stressful. Thinking about it, right? But I know I'll be all right. You know what I'm saying? I'll be cool. Gonna give me a little bit more time to get back in that gym tough though. That's the
Yeah.
main
Exactly.
thing. Yeah, yeah. Get back in that gym. That's what I need to do. So I still work out, but I'm trying to get like you, bro. I'm trying to get like dedicated. You know what I'm saying? Never miss a
Yeah.
day type shit again. That's what I need
Yeah.
to do. And
Man.
yeah, I mean, man, like it's so hard right now balancing the job and the child and
For
then
sure.
trying to find out where can I take her. Like it's the only one place I can take her. That's to my mom's. If she's even willing to do it at that time, she might already be watching my niece's kids or something. But now I'm gonna figure it out this time. So we're gonna get it. Let me see what you said, Mark Fox. Hold on. Pin that comment so we can see it. Did you ever run into a guy named Ray Estrada? He played bass for Frank Zappa and some other big names in the '70s. Unfortunately, I just found out he was a child predator and was convicted 3 times over the years, not getting out
Mm.
until his 90s. Hell no, I never even heard of it. No, no.
Mm.
But I'm glad he ain't never getting out till his 90s. If he did
Yeah. Come
convicted three
on, man.
times, come on, man. Why is he even getting out in his 90s?
No
That type of
shit.
shit, bro. They'll enhance you and give you 99 years for your third dope case. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? But you might rape 3 kids and get 15
No,
years.
hell no, dog.
Sick ass world. Somebody say you got a nice hat on. Hey, that hat is clean.
Oh,
Hey, that's one of your homeboys right there. AR, he's down there in Mexico though.
oh yeah, for real.
Yeah,
All
yeah.
right. What's up,
He's
homeboy?
he's used stone. You know what? Honestly, he was one of the first ever ones in the feds. He was with Sir Sonic and all them boys when they first
Oh
hit the
shit.
feds.
Damn.
Yeah, no, he's a real one, dog. Yeah, he
Yeah.
wants to come on. He wants to come do some content with it, Marco. Man, whenever you get ready, I want to do it. So he hit the feds when there was very few of y'all. You know what
Right.
I'm saying?
Yep.
Yeah. So Sir Sonic had told the story before about it, and man,
Yeah, me
pretty
too.
rough.
Marco been since the state though, homeboy. Hell yeah.
Yeah. Oh, he was so He was in the state too. Yeah, Marco,
Yeah,
that's my boy, dog. Yeah, listen, that's my
yeah,
dude, man. I ain't gonna
yeah,
lie. Yeah, I need to introduce you to him, man. And
for sure, dog.
look, he just said blasting since '95.
Man, four horsemen, baby boy. Hell
Let
yeah.
me see if I can figure out something real quick. Let me see if I can find this, which I might not be able to. Maybe I can. Let's see. Maybe not. I got a video on here that I can show of Sir Sonic talking about it. And man, how do I do it? Right here. Let me see something. Yeah, so you know what I started this video off since there's different people watching? Guess what hit the news today, AR? You ain't gonna believe this.
What's up? What's up?
A Texas inmate in his prison cell called in a bomb threat at an elementary school.
What the?
His old lady is the lunch lady. He was trying to
Oh,
torment the lunch lady, dog.
that's great.
Can you imagine this?
But that shows you how much access these these motherfuckers got to
Bro,
these
but
cell
let me tell you
phones.
something. It show you how the feds got him so fast. They got
Mm,
him on the same damn day. They found his number. They got that. Then they tapped in the phone. They knew everybody that he called. They got all the call logs. You know what I'm saying? They
yeah,
got everything, bro. Like the man is literally, literally out of there, dog.
out of there,
He's got a
dog.
free world case. Yeah, no, I mean, like, is that like some terrorism type shit?
Yeah.
What do we even call that? I'm not sure. And where's this video? I'm trying to find this video I want to show. I'm seeing so many other funny ones. Let's see if I can find it. But yeah, no, so when Sonic and them went down, I remember he was saying he was at the USP, and I think there was only like 8 homeboys over there at the time. And they had it hard. They were having riots and all that shit. And I think he said, if I ain't mistaken, only 2 of them made it out of there without getting poked up.
Yeah.
But they stayed. I think they stayed. They didn't go nowhere, and that's what started them off staying right there. If I ain't mistaken. Let me see. No, I got it on here somewhere. It's gonna take me a minute. Man, I got so many funny classic videos, man. I feel like showing some of y'all want to see some of these classic ass videos that I make or no? Hold on, let me show you something. Hold on. We gonna get some people some laughs tonight. Solid behind blue eyes. Y'all make sure y'all subscribe to my friend's channel right there, Mr. D. Salute. Mrs. Two Scoops. Let me show y'all something. Y'all don't crack up on this one. Let me see.
Man, I tell you what, Hank, about that dang old meaning of life, man. It's like this, man. You
Oh
like a
shit!
butterfly.
Hold on. My fault. Let me do this.
Down in the forest, man, they're gonna cause a tree fall like 5,000 miles away, man. And ain't nobody see it, nobody don't
So
done
that's
even
how they always
you know,
talking about our
your
talk
baby
right there,
born
y'all.
into this world, and they
That's
don't got any
crazy.
friends, and got nothing but to go come in and find out all about them, no evil, man.
Say, listen. Let me show you
Man, I
again.
tell you what, Hank, about that dang old meaning of life, man. It's like this, man. You like a butterfly flapping his wings deep down in the forest, man. They're gonna cause a tree fall like 5,000 miles away, man.
So that's one thing they've been saying.
It was crazy.
Hey, but listen, man. That's Texas. You know where that
Yeah, yeah,
cartoon
for
come
real.
from, right?
You gotta have that swag, dog. Stop it, man.
This is a Texas.
We
We are
slow
talking.
like that, dog.
Yeah. We talk slow like that. We can't help it. It ain't no
DJ
big deal.
Screw, baby boy. Come on.
Hold on, here go another one for y'all, man. This is out of my photos right here. We gonna have a little fun, dog. Just because everybody watching this is gonna know who the hell these people
Nah,
are.
can't
Let's
get
see. Hold
mad
on.
though.
No, we just gonna have a little fun. It's all good. Let's see. Say, that's Big Herc right there, man. Shout out, shout out to Big Herc though. Big Herc was actually the first person I ever reached out to about coming on YouTube, and Herc told me, yeah. He said, yeah, come on. But I had to fly out to California to do it, and at the time, I wasn't having very much money, so it was either I fly out to go do YouTube or send my daughter out to go see her family in California and go to Disneyland. So I literally picked send the daughter to Disneyland. You know what I mean? I'm like, man, yeah, I can do YouTube. But looking back though, his channel was hitting millions of views at the time. I think I should have did it, dog. And she now been to Disney World 3 different times. Like I'm thinking, oh man, you messed up, Tim.
So,
But hold on, look.
And Dingo Party, do you not understand? It's time to pile on the white rap, you know. Dirty to
Look, I got so many, man. They're just messed up ones about everybody. I need to start. I need to leave them alone. They're gonna be
yeah.
saying I'm starting shit tonight. I'm just having fun, man. It is what it is. I'm trying to find this Sir Sonic video though, because if I can show everybody, it's actually powerful. It's a real powerful video that the man. Unfortunately, so I was talking about it. AR. I've had too many friends on this channel that were doing good. They were doing well, and then they're back in prison right now, dog. It's just,
Yeah.
I'm upset about it. It sucks, but you know, it's sometimes everything happens for a reason. I always do tell myself that, but every single time, it helps me stay out, if that makes any sense. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like watching a friend disappear and knowing he's gonna be gone for some years. Now that we're older men,
Right.
no, it's not a good
Fathers,
feeling.
dog. You know what I mean? It's a different story now.
It sucks. That's what
Yeah.
it is. It sucks. Yeah, I got one for y'all. Hold on, y'all gonna like this one. Y'all really gonna like this one. Right, here we go. Y'all ready for this one? This is troll level 5,000 right here, y'all.
Mhm.
I ain't lying. This level 5,000 troll shit, y'all. See what I'm saying, man? Oh, bro, I got so many of these that cause I used to play them during the videos, man. I just be having fun, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
it don't be nothing personal. It's just having fun. That's it. Let's
Yeah.
see what's going on right here. Oh, here's a good one right here for sure. Hold on. This one's 1090 Jake right here. 1090 Jake, one of the biggest YouTubers there is right now. Check him out. Everybody gonna hate me after tonight. Don't even care.
So, are you Chinese or Japanese?
I live in California last 20 years, but first come from Laos.
Huh?
Laos. We Laotian.
The ocean? What ocean?
We are Laotian. From Laos, stupid. It's a landlocked country in Southeast Asia. It's between Vietnam and Thailand, okay? Population 4.7 million.
So, are you Chinese or Japanese?
Oh,
Yeah. Hey, you got China Mac with him, huh?
Yeah. I don't even know what happened to that dude. He's like, he kind of just disappeared or something, if you want to
Yeah,
know
he
the
did.
truth. I don't know. Or maybe I just don't get the alerts from him no more. Or I'm
I
not
don't
sure.
Yeah, I don't hear
I
much
don't-
about him.
I don't know. He was blowing up for a minute, though, because he got with Crip Mac, and he
Yeah.
went out to the West Coast, and hell, man.
Started making
yeah,
those videos, and
And he
they
was
started
actually
going all over the world.
Yeah, he was going all over the place making some really good shit. Oh, I got one for y'all. If y'all want to see one that's never been on. Oh man, I don't even know if I can show this one on YouTube. I think I can show this one on YouTube. I can show this one on YouTube for the simple fact that nobody got hurt in this one. But if y'all want to see how it really goes down in prison, here goes one right here. AR, check out these black dudes are rushing these Mexican dudes, but look what the Mexican dudes got. Look what they got.
Let's see.
Hold on, I just did the wrong one.
You probably got some bone crushers.
Damn it, I didn't get. Hold on. What? It was way past bone crushers.
Uh-oh.
Shit, they got cell block crushers. It's crazy. Yeah, let me see if I can get it. Let me see. I don't got my mouse hooked up today. Damn it, it's not letting me download it. I don't know what's going on, man. Shit. You know what? Hold on. I know what I can do. Watch this. Let me take that out. Yeah, no, they got some beyond bone crushers, dog. They got some machetes and all kind of stuff. Let me see. Let's see here. Way beyond bone crushers. Let's see. Hopefully y'all can see that. Yeah, I don't know how good you can see that yourself right there, but yeah, that man, they got some shit they ain't playing with. Put it like that. They're surrounded in the day room by the black dudes, and they're not caring. They got they got swords. One dude had like a big pipe. The other one had some other stuff too. Man, they're not playing.
Yeah.
People don't understand, bro. When I be saying this is not the life you want, this ain't the life you want, man. It
No,
really ain't.
bro.
Not at all. Let me see what I can do right here. I got a bunch of stuff.
People have the misconception that prison's like the movies. You know what I mean? And it just chalk it off like that, but it just depends on where you are and where you've been and where you're doing time at.
I got another one for you. This will be a good one. Hopefully this one works. Hell, I don't know why that other one wasn't working. Let's see. This one's hilarious. Let's see. 9, 10. It's 9, 13. That'd be this one, yeah. Look.
Okay, now add 20.
Okay.
Now multiply it by 4.
Okay.
And what do you got?
8,008.
And what does 8,008 look like on a calculator?
Oh, boob!
Boob! Yeah! All right, boob!
What if we had 2 calculators and we put them next to each other?
Yes. Find one. Yes.
I can picture the Dope House Records conversation really being like that once.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Let me see something. See if I can find this shit, man. No, I got it. I got a lot of stuff on here, man. A lot of stuff. Hold on. I should have had it ready, but I wasn't ready to do this. I got old Mr. Larry videos on here I think people haven't even seen. I got stuff, prison day room type shit. Let me see something. Hold on. We're going to show you how raw we started. Listen, so we started this shit so raw. Mr. Larry didn't even have good phones. We didn't have no camera. Man, we didn't have nothing. We just literally had a hope and a dream, dog. And that's why it hurt that my man passed away while the dream is actually coming true right now, if you want to know the truth. Like, to have somebody that's got that same dream with me and all that, man, thank you. Yeah, so the video that of Sir Sonic that was on here, they took it down because he went back to prison. And then somebody re-uploaded it, but I think it's gone. But I got it saved on my thing. Look at this.
It's actually gonna be real good, just like that.
Damn it.
And let's look. Where's your phone, man? I need to pay attention to the time. Where's your phone, Mr. Let me just so I can pay attention to that time.
So I don't even know if I've ever aired this one before. Maybe it's one I shouldn't be showing. Hell, I don't even know.
We'll cut that here some distant back on during the breaks. Okay, fuck
With a raw edit.
Okay, YouTube, this is Tim Snow, Texas Prison Stories. And we have a real special presentation for you, coming out the bat swinging hard for a home run. We got Mr. Lee A. Larry here, PhD, bachelor's degree, master's degree, and doctorate degree. The only inmate ever to write a college textbook. And a bad dude, y'all. We can verify everything he's saying is true. Mr. Larry, good afternoon. How you doing?
I'm doing great.
Man, we're honored to have you here. Mr. Larry's down here, y'all. First time he's ever even been to the beach today. We took him out there. We had a dinner. A couple pretty waitresses. Had a good old time, y'all. But we're actually here to talk about a terrible time in Texas history. It's something that's never even been discussed on YouTube. Today's going to be the first time we talk about the pre-Ruiz time. Time when Texas didn't even have guards. Inmates guarded you themselves. It was a brutal, terrible time. Mr. Larry, what was the first year when you went to prison? How old were you?
Robles, we'll talk about that in a minute.
And what year was it?
Thank you.
It was October of 1975.
October 1975. The man was 21 years old, y'all. He got a life sentence and didn't know what to do with it. No man at 21 will ever know what to do with that life sentence, man. It's kind of hard to deal with. 42 years later, he's finally getting to start his life, y'all. Mr. Larry, what was the first prison that you ever went to?
Our first prison was the Eastham unit.
Eastham unit. What city is that in?
The mail goes to Lovelady, but Eastham really is in Trinity.
Trinity, Texas. That's got a bad name, man. Eastham is kind of bad, ain't it?
Yeah, it was bad.
We've heard about Eastham. Eastham had a kind of famous article wrote about it. Who did that article, Mr. Larry?
Newsweek. They published an article, America's Toughest Prison, the Eastham State Prison.
America's Toughest Prison in 1984 or something
1986.
1986, y'all. I'm sorry to tell y'all, it wasn't Attica. It was not San Quentin. It wasn't Folsom, y'all. The worst prison in America in the old days was Eastham Prison in Texas. And this man just told you, and we're going to show you the article on it. It's no joke, man. Mr. Larry, how did they start you in Eastham when you got off the bus? What happens, man? Just tell us how it was like then.
When we was getting close to Eastham, some of the old timers on the bus, by me being a first offender, I was asking them, say, hi, it's Eastham. And old school white guy was sitting beside me. He said, say, youngster, the worst mistake you can make at Eastham is running your mouth. He said, just be quiet. He said, when you pull in, the turnkeys and the major, they might jump you. He said, but you a first offender. You're not getting transferred from another.
You heard that shit, bro? The advice in the old days was just get there and be quiet, cause the turnkeys and them and the laws might jump your ass
before the inmates get to you.
Before you even get off as soon as you get off the bus, they was whooping your ass because they was sending them over there. So listen, Eastham Prison back in the old days was considered the white headquarters. Like that's where the white men used to go. So
yeah,
if they sent you over there as a black man, they knew you had done something fucked up at the last prison.
Yeah.
So they would beat your ass straight off the bus to let you know you're in the wrong place to be playing with them this time. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
but that's what he just said. They told him you might be okay because you're the first time offender. Like you're not
gonna ship you again. Yeah.
Right. So look.
The unit for disciplinary, so they probably not gonna bother you. So we pulled into Eastham. There's 4 big building tellers standing out with no shirts on. These guys are weightlifters, and an old ass major named Burson. And we getting off the bus. They unhandcuffed us. Got off the bus. All the guys who got transferred out for disciplinary from other units, they beat the hell out of them at the bus.
Right there on the spot?
Right on the spot. He didn't bother me because I was just coming from the county jail.
Okay, I'm sorry I didn't interrupt you, but listen, you said something that they're not going to understand in California, New York, nowhere. What is a building tender, man? What's that?
A building tender was guys who Texas prison used all the way up until they abolished them in 1984. They had about the equivalent power of a prison captain. They took the count, they assigned inmates to cell, and they handled all disciplinary. And
So,
they beat the hell out of you.
So the actual inmates held the power of a prison captain?
Yes.
Wow. Listen to this, folks. In the state of Texas, in those days, you were truly at the mercy of the other inmates. This is unbelievable, y'all. Keep going, Mr. Larry. I'm sorry to interrupt you, but you got off the bus and they beat a couple guys. Did they let you make it?
They let me make it.
Definitely didn't want to fuck with him.
And we went inside the prison and we had
Not
to go
even
see
when he was old, you
warden
didn't
get
want to fuck with
classified.
him.
And a warden told me, he said, hey, you one of the youngest guys here, and you a first offender. He said, they must didn't like you at classification. I don't know why the hell they sent you here. He said, you so small and so young, I don't know who the hell I'm going to put you in the cell with. He said, these old boys here, they rape you, they do everything over here. He said, I'm going to tell you something. You ain't got to be no punk at this unit. He said, get your knives and stab the hell out of them. Ain't nothing going to happen to you. But back then, you could hit somebody in the head, scald them in hot water, they ain't do shit. Put you in solitary and let you go.
And it's the warden.
Imagine the warden telling you, dog, I don't know why they sent your ass over here. You too young and you too little. But you don't got to be no hoe at this prison, bro.
Yeah.
Listen, you had the right back then when the building tender. I asked Mr. Larry one day, did he prefer the building tender system or did he prefer it afterwards? He said he preferred the building tender system because back then they let you handle your business as far as you wanted to take it.
Right. And
Yeah,
you know
if you wanted to box, that was cool. If you wanted to get too nice and kill each other, that was cool too. And so Larry definitely slapped somebody at the bus station the first time. So listen, Mr. Larry started this AR with a hope and a dream, dog. Real talk. While I was doing these interviews with him, my cheap ass phone ran out of memory. He got all mad at me like, damn, you ain't even ready for me. I'm like, bro, chill. I had to stop, upload some videos, and then delete them off my phone real quick. That's how we started this, and we're finna get that 100K plaque. That's what I'm saying. I'm trying to show other people how to motivate them. You know what I'm saying? But I just found that video of Sir Sonic, and I want you to see it yourself. AR, I don't think you've ever seen this. And so my man Marco in the chat, Marco, come over to YouTube, bro. Marco sent me a picture of him and Sir Sonic and them there together with what I'm talking about, right? What Sir Sonic is talking about in this video, Marco, my boy, was there with him going through there. Solid Behind Blue Eyes. Hey man, you have a great day. When you write him a letter, tell him I said what's up and much love from Texas. And I can't wait to just hear that he's okay. Miss D, I just can't. What content or not, I don't be getting damn it out. You can tell him, of course, I'll keep helping him if he wants. And I'm keeping his name alive out here, just like I promised him I would, Miss D. You can do that. So check this out. This is him telling his story and about being the first one going to the feds, or one of the first ones. So check it out.
It's Ronnie. They call me Sir Sonic. I grew up around here, North Shore, home of the Mustangs. At a young age, I was raised in a house with a single mother with no father. I was abused as a little kid, drugged through the dirt out here on these same streets. By age of 9, I was sent to my grandma's for a little bit. Got kicked out of the whole Brazoria County, had to come back out here to the east. By then, I'd already got a taste of the bad life. I started hanging with older kids. Then I started with my brother's friends. Started getting tattoos and drinking. I started smoking weed. I started drinking beer on the regular. By the age of 12.
You know what? His story right there.
That's all the homeboys right there.
Sounds like all of us, dog. You want to know the truth. That's the same people that judge us and don't realize the life that we led. That's their fault, and we're not here to explain it, right? And I got you, Marco. My fault, Terre Haute, but it was you and him. I seen y'all together. I apologize for the wrong place, and definitely didn't. Don't be mad at me, bro. So
Yeah.
he said they was in Terre Haute together, not in
Yeah.
Florence, but I thought they was, I don't know what I thought. Hell, let's go.
I started seeing that my brother started selling drugs about 2 or 3 exits down right there in 7th Ward on Fleming. Next thing you know, he got killed for selling drugs in the wrong part of town. I had a 380 with me with about 8 or 9 bullets in it. So I wasn't even sweating nothing at all. I was a runaway for 2 days. I was living in the streets, sleeping in the woods a little bit in between Jacinto City and Galena Park. I went to school. Everybody was saying don't go to school. They said, you know, they're going to jump you if you go to school too. I didn't even come home to see my brother's funeral. 4 days went by. My mom, when I got home, she opened the door. She started cooking. She said, you'll always be able to eat here, but ain't no more love here for you because you're going down the same path your brother went down. And I know now you ain't going to do nothing different. So I'll be danged if you break my heart, she said. You know, I did one of the worst things ever. I threw.
You know, that's crazy, man. That
No, that's real talk, though, dog.
Man, listen, we put our parents through so much shit. They don't know what to expect from us, man. It's to the point where sometimes they get so frustrated, they just have to just be like, God damn, I love you, but we gonna fuck up either way.
They've seen one go through it. They don't want to see another go through it, too.
So
dog.
listen, me, myself, I told the story on Donnie Houston TV when I was a kid. Our house got rated on television, dog. I don't think I've talked about it on my YouTube channel. Yeah, I got our house literally got rated on Fox 26 News when I was 12 years old.
Yeah.
My brother was 17. And I mean, by the time I was 17, by the time I was 14, I was a young runaway, just like what he's talking about and all that. You know what I'm saying? So by the time when I ran away, my brother had put him through so much shit. I had put him through so much shit. They loved me and they were concerned about me. They wished me well, but at the same time, they knew there wasn't shit they could do about it, dog. I told them I'm not coming back. I'm gonna check in every now and then and let you know I'm alive, and that's it. So this man's story is deep, bro.
Something that my mom, I said I hated her and I caught ghosts. I got up out of there. You know, we got into the back of the school. There was a bunch of people met back there. They thought they were gonna jump me. I had something else. I busted off a couple of shots. I shot 3 people. 1 died. Ran away from school, hid the gun in the woods. Stayed there. 2 days later, I get home. By the 4th day, I'm at my mom's house because she had already heard what was going on and she was really, really feeling bad. At 12, I'm sitting in jail facing a murder charge. Man, it's one of the worst things ever was told to me. Psychologists came and they told me, man, you already committed murder. You can't get into heaven. Don't you at least want to be honest and tell us the truth? So I'm like, now, you know, everybody says don't talk to the laws. Don't talk to the so-called white people. And don't be a rat. So I ain't tell nobody nothing. I went back to my cell. I started reading this little book they had in there, a Bible. It's the only book they gave you. It said in the Old Testament, if you commit murder, the punishment for murder was death. So I was like, wow, I'll never be able to get into heaven. So I might as well just be the best at being the devil's number one that I can be.
Can you imagine that? Listen, man, I know these people play games, bro. That's unbelievable. They're telling the young man, you already committed murder. You can't go to heaven.
Right.
Like, what kind of Christianity person is this? Who would even mention heaven without saying, repent, boy?
Yeah.
Repent for your sins, not, it's too long. That's fucked up right there.
Yeah, they messing with his head, though.
They messing with his head, trying to get him to tell on himself. Is what they're doing. Like, come on, man. He was a young G at that time too. He's just saying though that they killed his brother. Right. That they told him he can't come to school no more. He shot 3 of them and killed 1 of them. So this is who we're talking about, right? Young man that's already taken 1 life.
As soon as I got found guilty and sentenced to 21 years, I started pushing hard to do the devil's work. I started pushing hard to be this ultimate gangster. This person that grew up in the streets that was gonna make it no matter what. Ended up in the penitentiary at 15 years old. 15 years old, I hit Clemens Unit. At Clemens Unit, I became Hugh Stone. I started blasting, Tango Blast gang member. Started fighting just to make it every day, to build my hand, to make a name for myself so people would stand out my way. As I started doing that, everybody was patting me on the back. It gave me a quick opportunity to sell drugs. I started just making my money right here in these streets, right here in Cloverleaf. About 2 years passed, doing a lot of things, kidnapping, drug running, turning people into prostitutes, taking families out of their house and turning their lives upside down. 99 comes around, December 5th of 1999. Little did I know about the feds. The DEA's chasing me right up and down I-10 right here. For an hour and a half, they chased me all around the neighborhoods, through other neighborhoods, all the way until I got back over here on Wallaceville, and they wrecked into me and they busted me. I didn't know my best homeboy right here in this neighborhood set me up. They sentenced me to 72 months.
Hey, listen, AR. So we know how that feels right there with them feds chasing you. But listen what he said. How many times did we hear that story? I know me personally, I can't speak for you. So many of my friends in the feds was actually set up by some of their best friends, by their wife, by their mama, their brothers, their sisters.
That's how I met you.
Bro.
Yeah.
The game is dirty out here, and that's why I tell people this is not the life you want, man. He gave him 70-something months because his best damn friend told on him. And that's what's going to happen to everybody out here playing around. There's very few people that's loyal. That's why so many people were getting stomped off of Beaumont, because they was coming with this dirty paperwork. They was having to check in straight off the bus, because they were the best friend that told. And we was the ones over there that was not, you know what I'm saying? So that's why snitches and rats and shit like that were hunted down so bad, because almost everybody in there was there for that reason. I was one of the few people that wasn't.
And the federal system turned into 9 years and 4 months. 9 years and 4 months turned into 12 years, 11 years and 6 to 8 months. Exactly.
So you kept getting more
I ended up walking around to some of the worst prisons in the whole United States. I started in Beaumont. In Beaumont, I had riots with California. From them riots in California, they sent me to Oklahoma, to the Federal Transfer Center in the Con Air. From there, I went to Pollock, Louisiana. When I got there, it was a United States prison. It's a lot different than being in a TDC prison, because that's what Hugh Stone was originated for, Texas Department of Corrections. Not to be outside of Texas and in other parts of the United States, but to be for Texas. So now I'm walking in Pollock, Louisiana, which is outside of Texas. So I was one of the first 7 to get there. I was one of the only 2 to make it through there. We ended up getting into riots after we got deep. We became 100 deep there. We got into riots there with the Texas Syndicate gang. They transferred me from there and they pushed me to Oklahoma again. From Oklahoma, I went to Lewisburg. From Lewisburg, I went to Leavenworth, Kansas City, Kansas, Leavenworth Penitentiary. First Hugh Stone ever to step foot on that yard. First Hugh Stone to ever go to Indiana. The first Hugh Stone ever to go to a level 7 death row penitentiary where I was in Indiana, in Indianapolis. It's called Terre Haute. From Terre.
You hear this shit he's saying?
Yep.
Marco was right there with him in Terre Haute. Can you imagine? So listen, can you imagine how that must have felt walking into a USP and you're the first one in your own car? Solo. One deep, dog.
Yep.
I said, damn, we was a 4-man car. Imagine showing up thinking I'm a 1-man car.
Yeah.
So we talked about it in that video with 2 Scoops. When I walked in there with y'all, I was the only Crip. But at the same time, if everything was going to be okay with y'all, I didn't have no enemies and I wasn't having no issues other than that. And we settled that right away, right? He just said they sent 7 of them to USP Beaumont where the Texas Syndicate was. Yep. And they were already established. You already know that was a major problem. I just want people to think about the feelings that would bring through you, knowing that these men in here are murderers, knowing that they're real life killers, big ass bone crushers, and here you got to walk in being one of the first ones ever. Man, that's hard, man. And you have no choice. It ain't like you can refuse it. Well, they gonna send you where they send you. So it just is what it is, you know.
They transferred me to Victorville, California, home of Crips and Bloods. thought they would never see a Hugh Stone. I was the first to walk out there and put my life on the line. The first one stabbed somebody on the yard. I got sent to Florence, Colorado, the Alcatraz of the Rockies. It's the worst of the worst. It's a maximum facility penitentiary. You got people like Larry Hoover and them underground. You got the head gang members there are walking. Everybody there is a killer. 3 people a day get stabbed. The warden, when you coming in, introduces you like that. Raise your hand if you need some help. Raise your hand if you need some protection. If you think you can make it and sink or swim out here, all I ask is you don't put no steel in my officers. Don't stab an officer here. We're firmly understood that the gangs govern, that you will govern yourself here. If you don't got your paperwork, if you a rat or a check-in, you don't walk with these yards. It's a violent yard. You clean the blood up, and 2 hours later, you resume normal and keep pushing on the yard. So I did what I did. I opened it up. I blessed my homies' gang. I brought them in. I walked off that penitentiary too, with my head up. I came home, got to a halfway house, went right back to selling drugs.
Now that's the problem.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
We seen it ourselves. Men in the halfway house, just Miss T, salute Miss T, men in the halfway house, right back to selling dope, dog.
Yeah.
And I tell you what, I watched some of them fools have some real life money. I mean, fast, real money, dog. Like somebody, they either had somebody out here waiting for them, or they had money put up. I don't know what the fuck was going on, but there was some cats in the halfway house with some real life money, and I was just minding my business, but peeping the scene. You know what I'm saying? So he probably was one of them, to tell you the truth.
Then even 14 days out, I'm already selling dope again. I got busted a couple of streets down on Corpus Christi for aggravated robbery. I got convicted for something I didn't do. Who would have thought of that? Aggravated robbery. So now I'm at the 20-year mark. That's when my son, his friend, committed suicide. So he stopped going to church. He started selling drugs. That already was hurting me the whole time. I had already had it in my head that I was glad I wasn't in my kid's life, because I might have messed them up even worse. Their mamas would take care of them. The thing is, 2 weeks later go by, my son's mom's dies. Wow.
Man,
the chaplaincy department calls me. I start thinking, man, what have I really did in my life? I got 5 kids and a daughter on the way at this time, and I'm sitting in here for something I didn't do. And I'm starting to see that my kids are.
Can you imagine going to prison, leaving your kids, and your only hope is, man, well, my baby mama's gonna take care of her, and then she passes away?
That's wild, dog.
That's hard, man. This is not the life you want, man. That's all I'm trying to show this for you. Listen to the shit this man is saying.
Yeah.
So listen, no disrespect to you or anybody else, Tongo or anything, but walking into Beaumont where y'all had the yard under on lock was a little bit different feeling than walking in
for sure.
a USP by his damn self, man.
Absolutely, dog.
Gotta give him his respect.
Suffering. So now I'm trying to figure out, I'm reaching out, I'm trying to figure out anything. The chaplains called me upstairs. They said, man, let me talk to you about God. I said, man, I don't talk to God, me and God. You know what I'm saying? I got a murder case when I was young. He don't even love me like that. The dude's like, man, who told you that? I start telling him. He starts saying, man, I said, man, don't you know who I am? I ain't trying to hear this God stuff. He says, I know who they say you are, but who does God say you are? I'm like, huh? Well, I ain't really trying to hear that, homie. I'm out of here. Sure enough, I bail out. When I'm leaving out, he says, man, before you go, let me ask you what the words game over mean to you. He goes, I'll tell you what, go outside and ask them in the office what the words game over mean to you. I went out there and I did, and I said, man, does anybody know what the words game over mean? They said, yeah, the next person he would disciple would be a person with the words game over on him. And all he could remember was that he seen a coffin, and inside the coffin was somebody in a black suit and a white shirt with a black tie, and that the person was dead, and everybody was standing around him and saying, you know what, he was a good man, he was a great man, he could have been a lot more. But instead, it was too late. So I started reading the Bible a little more. I started learning about who Saul was, a persecutor of Christians, how he became Paul. Through the will of God, Saul became a great man. Because all the years that I stayed gangbanging, all the years that I was telling everybody said they love me for selling drugs and riding with them with these cars and rims and women and sharing things, I still had a void. And now, by being able to apply myself and dig into the Bible, I was filling this void. Little did I know that I was gonna get a chance to share it out here like that. And I won at trial and got my case dismissed, got set free, came out here, joined up with some people, the same people that was walking in these prisons talking to me. I was out there. I came out here and I started walking it out. I thought I was really strong, but I fell again. I lost my wife. I lost my kids because I made another mistake, and everybody was tired of seeing me making mistakes. When I reached out and I cried.
Hold on, you heard what he said? Everybody was tired of seeing him make mistakes. That's what I'm saying. That's what I was saying about the family, dog. Like, by the time, you know, I reached a certain age, my brother had made so many damn mistakes that it was almost like expected out of me. So when I did something, it wasn't even that big of a damn deal, if you want to know the truth, right? It was here we go again, you know what I'm saying? So it was a little bit different. But the sad part of this story is the dude is back in prison now. Like, he turned to Christ and he failed again. But you know what?
He's back in the joint?
Yeah, he's on, I think, Robertson Unit right now. His name is Ronald Legg. If anybody wants to look him up, Ronald Legg, Legg. And send him a message, man. Tell him what's up. Because he's tried, you know, it's not easy out here, man. I don't know. I can't make no excuses for him. You know, I'm not making no excuses for no man. But he's telling you, abused child, brother died, had to kill some people as he was a kid.
Baby mama died. Yeah.
Baby mama died, lost his children. Like, man, this is the shit this life leads to. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is the shit this life leads to. And no matter how hard we try, no matter how much better we're doing, it just takes 1 or 2 times to slip up, dog, and we could be right back. That fast, man.
Yep.
Like, that fast. And then some of us work hard to go back. You know, just like we worked hard to get there in the first time, man. It's crazy.
Jesus was there, and I focused on him, and nobody else was around but God. And then I came back out. The same people that was in there, that was my accountability partners holding it down with me, Pyrex, my God brother, Trey 9, Hip Hop Hope, All Eyes on Me, Missionary Minded. You know, I hooked up with them because I said, man, I gotta dig deep. I gotta get in here. I gotta get in these streets. I gotta push hard for God. I gotta knock on doors. I gotta tell somebody my story. And I can't do it on my own. I need a band of Christians that are gonna ride tough with me. The same way that I had a team of dudes willing to drag me down, willing to hurt me. Only difference is now I got a great team of Christian brothers that are involved with ministry that ain't scared to knock on the door with me and tell somebody something positive. Man, all glory to God, because God's working through me, through the old things, and he's taking my mess and turned it into such a powerful message out here. Going from schools, ministries, calling, you know, come share your testimony, Sonic. Not to glorify your bad, but to show what God's doing in your life. You know what I'm saying? So I've seen young men come to Christ, and I even got to feel the joy of being able to baptize a young man. You know what I'm saying? What more better blessings than to say that you saving lives after you done took so many. And I'm happy to be home now, you know, and I'm still working on a lot of things. Just because I'm a Christian doesn't mean it is easy. You know, I'm still building my family back. I'm still trying to reconcile things, and I pray to God every day for restoration. Man, right here where I'm at in this point in my life, you know, I'm just excited to be with God. You know, I ain't gonna lie to you, man. I got some tears in my eyes because just talking right now has made me realize that all things are created new in the Lord. And when I'm at my weakest, God's at his strongest. You know what? And I'm pushing out here. I'm gonna stay working.
Hey, Marco, type in his name on the TDCJ locator, bro, for me if you can real quick, and drop his TDC number in the chat, and so we can get him some mail on his tablet.
Your father that succeeds to one day, my kids say, man, that's our daddy right there, man. Amen. And now I'm home.
So let me tell you something about that. when I watched that video right there, that shit inspired me a little bit, if you want to know the truth, right? The first time I seen it, I was like, I'm not out here on a religious mission or religious quest or anything like that. But when he talked about speaking and reaching people and trying to make a difference, I guess, is what really motivated me a lot. You know what I'm saying? Knowing that he was reaching people and that he was doing the right thing. I'm like, say, man, more of us can do this, AR. You feel us? More of us that been in these places, dog. You've been in the state. You've been in the feds. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, for real.
that ain't
dog.
the end of our life, though, and that don't define us as men, right? We're not
No.
for life, this same person that we was when we were young. I know damn well you're not the same man that you were when you were 25 years old.
Bro, man, not even close, dog. I can't be, and I wouldn't be, man. I missed too much time in my baby's lives, and they've grown so much. Matter of fact, dog, one of my daughters graduates from high school Monday, and when I went away, she was 6 years old, and when I got out, she was damn near 12 years old. You know what I mean? I missed a good chunk of those good years, man, that you just can't get back, dog.
Sucks.
You know,
it sucks.
it's just
So that's what I was saying a little bit, bro. We talked about it on the phone about this having to quit my job shit for the summertime. It's giving me such fucking anxiety, dog, because
no, man.
well, listen, in my opinion, I got the best truck in my company, right? And what's fixing to happen is when I leave, somebody else gonna get it. And when I come back, I'm probably gonna be stuck in the worst one. You know what I'm saying? And shit like that. Work my way back up. Just it's a lot of shit that comes with it when you have responsibility, you have bills to pay, you have a child to feed, you know what I'm saying? So the anxiety is there. But let me tell you something. The joy that I see from my daughter, bro, when we talk about having daddy-daughter summer and going to the beach, going to the water park, going to the splash pads, going to the dike, going to everywhere, like, man, it is unbelievable how excited she is that we just get to spend time together, dog, because she goes to school every day and I work every day, and if I work late, that means I barely even get to see her some days. You know what I mean?
I already know, bro. I already know.
Yeah. So it's a
a blessing,
anxiety,
dog.
but it's a blessing in disguise at the same
It is,
time.
man. I mean, you're gonna think back on it. She's gonna think back on it, and when you go back, man, you might even have a better job than the one you had when you left. So you can't put that like that. You don't know.
True that. Now, so I mean, everything I always say, everything happens for a reason.
That's right.
All my life, I've always comforted myself, my brother, by saying everything happens for a reason.
That's right.
You know what? Because sometimes shit happens to you that you just don't even understand, man. Like good or bad, blessings or curses or whatever it might be. I just always tell myself it happens for a reason.
Who'd have ever thought I'd have met you in there, and then here we are years later with you starting the podcast and us meeting again, a White Crip, Taco Blast. We didn't know if we were going to go fast together or not.
Nobody, dog. Nobody.
That's wild, dog.
Not especially not us.
Mm-mm.
So here's something I never said. I never told you this. Check this out. So when I started this Texas prison story stuff, right? Do you know? I don't know how to properly explain it. So I know Pimp C and UGK said it best themselves. It be the ones in your own little city or town that are the worst, that don't want to support you, that don't want to show any love or whatever, right? So when I first started this, I uploaded these videos that I made, and I didn't tell nobody about them. I never shared them on my Facebook. I didn't tell no friends about it or nothing, bro, until I hit 4,000 subscribers. When I hit 4,000 subscribers, I started sharing it on my social media. And I'm like, oh, surely this is going to help me grow. You know what I'm saying? Like all my friends, my family, my people are going to see it or whatever. They didn't give a damn. They didn't give a damn. It kept growing from people that I didn't even know. So they always say in life, your biggest supporters are people that you don't even know.
That's true.
It is true. I
Yeah.
see it all the time. I've made real friendships with people that I would never know other than this. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's cool. And I was just telling them before you came on here, I talked to one of the real life OG cats that was on the other side of the gang banging fence from us when I was young. You know what I'm saying? He was a real stiff one, put it like that. Very serious cat, very dangerous individual. But he's now out driving trucks after getting a 15-year sentence. You know what I'm saying? He's doing well. He got a CDL, and he said he's gonna do a video with me, man. And the thing that I like most about him is he's well spoken. He's in a mind state and mind frame now to where, hell, back in the day he might catch me at the gas station and beat me up. Now he expects to come do a video with me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's dope. It's dope. Like, I want some more local people to come participate with me. If anybody's local, Lamarck, Tech City, Galveston, Dickinson, man, come fuck with me. Show some love. You know what I'm saying? Let's get this jumping, because we've all been through the same struggles. Man, it's all affected us in different ways, though. You know that some people did lose their kids, bro. Some people didn't have kids. Some people were locked up and lost their mama. Some people locked up and lost their dad. Some people locked up like my brother and lost their life. You know what I'm saying? So we all have so many different journeys and different places. You know, I also have a white guy that's my friend that did 17 flat, and he just got out. He started, I want to say he started on Beto in 1991 or something like that. He got out and came back, is what it is. But man, he's been on Telford, he's been on Hughes, he's been on Beto, he's been on some really hardcore prisons, put it like that, and as a solid wood. So we're gonna bring him on hopefully in the next couple days, and we're gonna show what a real actual solid wood looks like, since there's been a bunch of talk about it on YouTube lately. So that'll be dope, man. I'm really trying to push AR. You know, they missed the podcast, man, but you know, it's hard for a man like you that's been working 12 hours a day. It's hard for me that I've been working. You know, I gotta hurry up and rush and schedule it right as soon as my baby goes to sleep, and then she might not want to fall asleep fast enough. So, you know, it's hard, but say this is fun too. You know what I'm saying?
Dog. It is, man. I enjoy these like nothing else, dog.
I do
Hell
too.
yeah.
No, I do too. And you know what? We get a lot of positive feedback. We're really out here trying to put some good into the world right now, bro. We ain't out here trying to hurt nobody.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Miss T said she'll come on and talk about her struggles, and she is solid. Miss T, you're about as solid as a tea bag. Friendly ass Canadian.
Hey.
Listen, I'm fucking with her. Listen, the Canadians, so my Canadian fans, they love watching about Texas prisons and other prisons because they're so damn violent and they're so different, right? And
Canada prisons are like that?
no.
I don't know shit. I don't know.
No. I mean, I'm sure they have what's going on over there, but
Right. Not like we do.
The population of Canada is probably the same thing as the population of Texas, if you want to know the truth.
That's
you know
true.
what I mean?
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
but that's my friend. I'm just teasing her.
Yeah.
But no, so as far as I know, I think Texas has the most inmates than any other state. I think we're up to about 130,000 right now. I remember when I was locked up, it being 150,000. So that's at least 20 down. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Chemo, what's up, man? One of my day one subscribers right there, bro. That's one of my first ever subscribers. I always remember the original ones right there. Salute, my brother. But yeah, so listen, we're down to 100 prisons, something like that, I think, and about 130,000 inmates, because you know they went on a little spree where they were closing prisons for a minute.
Right.
They closed Central Unit. I think they closed Goree, if I'm not Goree.
I did most
Gurney,
of my time at Central Unit. Yeah.
Did you? My brother was. Yeah. So my oldest brother was on Central Unit, right? My oldest brother was a Wood. He wasn't in no gang or anything like that. You know, he said the first thing that happened to him on Central Unit was man, my brother's big. He makes me look little. I'm 6 foot. My brother makes me look tiny. And he was big when we were young. He said the first thing that happened when he walked on the block was 2 black dudes jumped him and beat his ass. He said, but little brother, I never failed. He said, I kept punching and I didn't fall. And they respect him right there.
Yep.
Because he kept punching and he didn't fall. And his ass didn't have no more problems after that.
Hey, if anybody out there remembers Central Unit, all I remember is being out there rocking on it. Back.
You know what? So,
man, I'm
as a
telling you,
kid,
dog, it don't matter if it's day, hot. Right now, like now, they don't do that no more. They say if it's too hot, they don't let you go out there. I'm talking 95. We're out there in the middle of the morning, in the middle of the day, 12 o'clock noon. We back hacking, we rocking on it. It's like, oh my man.
Listen, as a child, we used to drive past Clemens Unit. My pops, he worked in Chocolate Bio for a little while. I don't know what we would do. Go over there and pick up his paycheck or something like out that way. I don't know what the fuck we were doing because it's past that. I don't even remember, but I remember multiple times as a kid driving past Clemens Unit.
Yeah.
In Brazoria, right? Because it ain't that far away.
Right.
And that's what I would see.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, it would just look like
yeah.
It looked like a damn army out there.
For
and
real.
Everybody stepping in motion and all that shit. And they had the signs that says, do not pick up hitchhikers,
That's
maybe
right.
escape prisoners. And I remember as a kid thinking, man, that shit looks awful right there.
You got the boss
dog.
man on horseback, the shotgun, chilling, you know.
Yeah. Oh, I got one. Hold on a second. Let me see. I got a story that I never told. Man, I don't know if I want to tell it tonight or not. So
He said 1-on-1. We two-step.
Yeah, so you know what he's talking about.
Yeah, he
you
do,
already know.
boy.
Yeah, he knows what he's talking about. Chemo probably been in that hot box before. He probably laid it down. He's a cool one. Say, tell them what they do if you lay it down in the field.
Man,
tell the viewers they don't know what happens if you just throw that Aggie down and say, I'm not doing this shit. What happens?
Real quick, you ain't in the hole, dog. Shit, fast, quick, and in a hurry, and you stay in there. That's it.
Did they have that little wagon out there on Central Unit?
Yep. Everywhere.
The hot box.
Yeah. And you're in it all day till they take you back, man. You're sitting in that thing. Just sitting in there, bro. Waiting to make sure till the end of the day or the end of the shift till they take you back inside.
Yeah,
Just sitting in there.
They lock you in a little ass hot metal box the rest of the day. You ain't got shit to drink. You're in there just miserable as fuck. And then now you're on cell restriction, or you're going to closed custody, medium custody. I don't know what the fuck they was doing, depending on where you're at. Some places, but then guess what? On Beto, if you laid it down, they would have lead role strikers that'll kick your fucking ass.
Oh shit! Damn.
Ain't that crazy?
Yeah.
Yeah. They had inmates that'll try to kick your fucking ass, and then they throw you in the box because the inmates are getting the inmates are getting a little action from the officers, put it like that, right? That's why they're lead road. That's why they're right there calling the count. And you know what I'm saying? You got to keep up with them. And if you lay it down, they'll beat your ass for the officer. And I mean, they might get them a pack of cigarettes for it or something. Who knows? You know what I'm saying? But no, it's a... Hey, do you remember having to urinate on field squad?
Yeah. Hell yeah.
You got to ask permission.
Yep.
And then you got to go over there and get on your knees.
So you ain't showing nothing. Yeah.
Get on your knees and piss on your knees.
But you had to, dog. We out there for too many hours not to have to take a piss, man. Come on.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. But I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Imagine working out there. This is for the viewers. I mean, you're out there in the middle of a field.
Man.
It's dirt. It's dirty. You're hot, sweaty. You got to take a leak. And now you got to go do it on your knees. Man, that shit's going to be splashing on you. You better hope you ain't pissing uphill. I'm running back down on you. You know what I'm saying? Like you said on Pack 2, they let you fight out there on Smith. We had to fight in the wing. That's what I'm... So every prison is different.
Every prison is different,
at the medium...
It just depends on who's working. Yeah.
Yeah, at Beaumont Medium, the warden would want everybody to just not fight in the chow hall or don't fight in the education.
Exactly. Yeah.
That was it. Don't fight in my chow hall, man. Don't fight in education. Other than that, don't kill each other. It's pretty much what it
Yeah.
was. You know what I'm
And
saying?
as far as the homeboys and inmates, which is don't mess up commissary day. That's all.
Yeah, that's what Chemo just said right there,
Yeah.
man. Like,
Okay.
don't fuck up nobody's commissary day, and he said it right there. So that's what's happening right now, though, with that rule, man. Listen,
Yeah.
one of my homeboys. So listen, one of my homeboys, I've known him forever. I'm not even gonna say what prison he's on. He said since they have done that shit where people, so one person gets caught smoking on the wing, and everybody gets the 15-day restriction, right?
Yeah.
He said he's seen already so many people pulverized for that shit. It's crazy. Like he said, pulverized, bro. That was the word he said.
Damn.
Yeah, they're it's really happening like we said it was gonna happen.
Right. Yeah.
They're not killing them because they're not trying to go from 15-day lockdown to a
life.
death sentence.
Right.
But they're kicking their fucking teeth in right now, bro. They're stomping on their fucking, jumping off the stairs on their fucking heads. They're doing they're fucking pulverizing these goddamn dudes for this shit right now, and the system has set it up.
Yep, they set it up, dog, to stop it. I mean, but think about it. That's almost genius. They don't get their hands dirty.
I mean, it's an evil genius.
It is. But I mean, on their part, it's an evil genius because they don't get their hands dirty.
So we talked about it. I mean, we talked about that was them admitting defeat, right? Like, hey, we tried everything we can as prison guards.
Right.
We tried everything we can as officials. We can't do shit about nothing, so we're just gonna put it back into the inmates' hands, right? Haley Rayner, salute to you in Beaumont, Texas. I don't know if they caught the escapees or not. I just heard about it tonight in this live, actually. I was working all day. But Marco, that's how Beto was, bro. They didn't give a shit about nothing. When people came to Beto from a different prison, they were shocked, dog, because listen, most prisons, you can't even take a cup to the chow hall with you.
Yeah.
You got to use that little dirty ass little brown cup. You remember that?
Yeah, hell yeah.
No, in Beto, we could you say, I'm in Galveston. Ho, where you at? I'm in your hood. I'm in Lamarck. Yeah, I'm in Lamarck, Texas. I ain't in Galveston, you idiot. Come on over here. Come over here and go to any of these gas stations. You probably gonna get your bitch ass robbed before I even show up to slap the shit out of you. That's the real truth. Hey, motherfuckers talk all that shit, but let me tell you something. They start googling up and pulling up Lamarck and be like, man, I don't think I want to go over there and fuck with that white boy no more.
Yeah, for real.
No, all right. You pull up to the store looking for Tim Snow, saying, where's Tim Snow at? And you got about 20 motherfuckers saying what you want to know for.
Yeah.
You probably drive the fuck off.
Yeah.
Because one thing about it, they love me here. You know what I'm saying? That's a real true facts. I ain't got, man. I got send him to the liquor store, and the liquor store closed. He going to jail if he pop up at the liquor store at 10 o'clock. We ain't gonna do him like that. Hey, I had a prison guard go off on me earlier at the liquor store.
What happened?
It was kind of my fault, right? Because first I told her, I said, hey, ma'am, how you doing? She was like, hey, baby, how you doing? I said, I'm doing good. I got a question for you, though. She said, what? I said, have you ever seen Texas Prison Stories on YouTube? And she shook her head, no. She like closed her eyes, like, no.
Yeah.
I said, it's a prison channel about y'all. And listen, I shouldn't have said about y'all. I should have said about the prison system.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? I should have said about the prison system, because I think she took that as me doing something where I attack and bash prison guards constantly and try to do shit like that. I don't do that here, right? We tell the truth now.
I already know. Yeah.
Bro, before I could explain myself, the lady was yelling and screaming at me inside the liquor store.
Stop it.
What? Saying, don't nobody feel sorry for them inmates. They don't, I didn't tell them to rape babies and rape women and all this other shit. I'm like, man, what is she talking about right now? And you know what? I let her go on for a minute. And I said, ma'am, you know what? Listen to how you're talking right now. Listen to you. You imagine how you would act inside of a facility if you act like that right now out here. I'm a free man. I had to literally tell this woman I'm a free person. Fuck you talking to me like this? Well, I didn't curse at her, but
I know.
I'm literally saying I'm free. But And I told her I see them 4 stripes on your uniform right there.
Oh,
I could
okay.
tell
So
she was
yeah,
old school. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? She's
yeah.
one of my old school, still kick your ass type guards. But
Right.
imagine if she's in a liquor store yelling at a man 6'2", 220
Yeah.
that's free. Imagine how she talks to the damn inmates.
Yeah, man, stop it. You already know. You know how she does.
What?
Man, those are the worst ones too, dog.
What? Man, that was crazy. I told her, you talking to me like I'm an inmate. You ain't got no authority over me. You
I
can't
know.
write me, man. You can't write me no case out here. They're so institutionalized and they're so used to
Right.
being
They
able to
put
talk to
anybody
you
that way, dog.
any type of way.
Yeah.
Yeah, that they'll do. They're just out here in the free world doing people like that. I'm thinking this is fucking crazy.
Mhm.
But you know what? I was actually on the phone with my friend Sandman. I had my little headset on because I just got off of work, and he said, "Tim, you need to get out of there. You just need to like leave out of there." And she's getting a little too excited, and I'm thinking, maybe you're right. Let me just get up out of here. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like, yeah, let me get up out of here because I, honest to God, was just trying to tell her, go subscribe to my channel if you never seen it, hoping she'd go to work and tell all the other prison guards, hey, go subscribe to Texas Prison Stories. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't on no foul shit whatsoever. But my thing was, I really think it's against their rules to even be in a TDCJ uniform inside of a liquor store.
Right.
I don't know if that's legal. Uh-oh, AR shit. Uh-oh. We'll have to carry on for a minute. Hey, let me find out AR didn't pay his Wi-Fi bill, y'all. AR didn't pay the Wi-Fi bill. This shit just turned off. No, what's up, my brother? Salute. Much love. Oh, yeah, no, I get it, Marco. I get it. You know what I'm saying? I know, I do understand, and that's what I tell them people, right? I tell them all the time. He say his battery died. Oh, I tell him all good, no big deal. So anyway, no, I do know what she deals with, and that's why I say I don't really judge them necessarily, right? Dealing with the people that they dealing with, man, they dealing with real life killers, murderers. They really are dealing with child rapists and rapos and sickos and weirdos and all that type of shit. I get it. I understand. But shit, some people built for that job, some people ain't, I guess. You know what I mean? Me personally, I wouldn't want that job to where I gotta go to work and deal with the worst killers and murderers in Texas. Would I? Would y'all want to? Mr. Kennedy said, I love your channel, but I want to know why you don't F with SPM besides this case that allegedly happened. Well, probably, so there's somebody named JD Coy, who's a real human being, whose mama was 13 years old and his daddy was 22 years old. There's also the time where he was out on bond and he had 2 more 14-year-old girls in a hotel room with him, got caught with them. They admitted to having sex with him. Probably because, what else, man? Lots of reasons. If you ever look up how many charges he had at one time, yeah, they convicted him on 1. When they gave him the 45 years, that was the most. They would not been able to give him that much time on the other ones because he got the 45 years because the girl was under the age of 12. The rest of his victims were like 13 and 14. SPM like girls that was about 13 or 14, I guess. But you know what? When you're a predator like that, you're a person of opportunity, right? That's one thing we've learned about predators is not allegedly. He's convicted. He's a chomo. He's got a fucking child with a 13-year-old girl that did not work at a strip club. That's not true. The son himself said it's not true. The mama says it's not true. And SPM himself said it's not true. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, there is no allegedly. The man is a child molester. And so my question for you would be, let me run that back, Mr. Kennedy. Why do you fuck with him? If you fuck with him, why do you fuck with him knowing that he had a child with a 13-year-old when he was 22? If nothing else was true, that's enough for me not to fuck with him. Because I swear to God, when my daughter's 13, if she sneaks out the house and goes and does anything with her friends and comes back pregnant with a 22-year-old man, yeah, first of all, you ain't gonna be able to blame me because my kid snuck out. Second of all, you ain't gonna be able to blame my kid because she's 13. There's only one person you're gonna be able to blame in the situation. That's the 22-year-old. And most of the excuses that they say is, oh, you know, them young girls dress slutty. You know, them young girls wanted it. Let me tell you something. Every time I see somebody in the comments saying those young girls wanted that, that's probably somebody on that sexual predator registry. And it's getting to the point now to where his fans that still support him probably need to be on the registry also. Because we done exposed that shit so much. We done been through that so much on this channel. We done drugged their ass through the mud and through the dirt. It's all to the point now where his own record label mates have came out and admitted it. I got screenshots of Baby Bash saying, damn, I thought she was a 13-year-old stripper too myself, LOL. That's him admitting. He's the one that started the rumor and the lie on DJ Vlad. That's him admitting that she wasn't. That dude Mo Hustle was the first one to turn on him, which was weird because Mo Hustle was his biggest supporter. He was his biggest fan. He was willing to box people over this shit, I guess. He never responded back to me, but he was responding back to the California dudes anyway that were talking about him. But, you know, yeah, he's a sicko. He's a fucking predator. He's a sick, disgusting motherfucker. What do you mean why I don't fuck with him? I don't fuck with sick motherfuckers when I got a kid. Yeah, that's what I say. That's what they need to do. We need to call Donald Trump and tell him get SPM in that prison down there in El Salvador. Tell it's against. You know what they would do to SPM in that prison in El Salvador? They would kill him the first day. They really would. In those prisons like that, they dunk them in the tank. I watched the whole show, a documentary. I want to say it was in Brazil or somewhere like that, where they had a little pool. It looked like a water fountain where you throw the quarters in or something. And they said, what's that for? They said, that's where we drown the child molesters. Like, that's what they drown them in the middle of the cell block or in the middle of the rec yard. They dunk their ass in until they die. And I feel like in Texas, we should start getting swimming pools on the rec yard. What do y'all think? That'd be cool. Really? Break of dawn. So one thing I do on this channel is I speak my mind, right? And that's why I appreciate that people watch and people listen and people follow, because it's just me speaking my mind. And it's humbling. It's a humbling experience sometimes, you know, to know that people want to hear what you say. Because a lot of times I come on here and I have no idea what I'm going to say. That's the honest to God truth. And it's a good feeling though. It really is. And for everybody that shows love and pulls $1 out of their pockets and donates everything. Look at this. We're going to shout everybody out tonight. Thank you so much, Sus Rando. Mick, I appreciate it. Jay Supreme hit 3 of those. I appreciate. So I'm gonna get to that comment for Robles. So why does San Antonio Tongo not rule the county jail like the other cities? Here I run into METS and Orahone. Don't seem like one of the other rules. So you know why? Because I wouldn't imagine you'd run into too many TS in San Antonio. I'm not saying you haven't. But that's because San Antonio has always been their stronghold. That's their headquarters, and them people still exist. Don't believe the propaganda that they've been beat to death and they're not around or whatever. No, they still exist. They're really strong in the federal prison, and they got a lot of brothers back in the shoe right now. There's some that are free. Like, they're still there, and they're not just giving up their hometown like that. You know what I mean? And unfortunately, it's created a lot of deaths. It's created a lot of free world murder cases. You seen in the jail the other day, 5 inmates kill another one, stuff like that. And I think that's 3 times in a year that's happened where they let them in a cell. I remember reporting on it before about a year ago. So, hey man, it's this real life gang banging, but on a whole different level, because they're a family. They're an organization under strict rules, battling a bunch of wild ass youngsters. And that's just a horrible mix. You know what I mean? I wish they could hash that out. I wish they could stop that if you want to know the truth. But I feel like since San Antonio is just a battleground, period. The whole South Texas is a battleground. Has SPM ever been touched while in prison? SPM has been in protective custody since he hit prison. He tried to go to the main line on Garza. And so my friend Gary was actually there when SPM hit. And he said that the Mexicans themselves from the different sets or whatever were having meetings and trying to decide who was going to extort SPM, right? That's how happy they were that he was coming to the prison. And I think immediately when he got there, he realized, oh, no, this ain't for me. And so protective custody in Texas is extremely hard to get to. You got to be damn near rich. And you do a review. Mr. Larry told me every 6 months they have to do a review where they say they have to still go in there and say their life is in danger. So SPM's been in there 23 years. That means 46 times he's went in there and told him he's scared to death and his life is in danger. But he makes phone calls and does interviews and said they treat him like a king. Imagine that. Lying like a motherfucker. Saucy D still locked up. OG Badger still dealing with that federal RICO case. It's not looking good. Big C still in the county down there, man. Much love to all those guys. But I say it all the time. Listen, I don't make no excuses for my friends when they go back, because you know what? In our reality, as I said about other YouTubers and even myself, we all make our bed, and as grown men, we got to lay in this bed, right? And sometimes that bed ain't comfortable, and a lot of times that bed ain't soft, but we made it. You know, as men, we have to just accept that fact, right? But sometimes it's not the result that we thought. They call it taking penitentiary chances. That's what we grew up doing, taking penitentiary chances. It's like rolling dice, where you might win 10 times straight, you might win 100 times straight, and at one time you lose, there goes your whole stack of money. That's what it's like out here trying to be a criminal and play the game. Or you can't even be a part-time criminal. You can't even try to work a job and sell dope after work. Shit like that. Too many people out here telling. Too many people cooperating. It just ain't the time to do it. Look at the guy that called in the bomb threat. The Texas prisoner called in a bomb threat to an elementary school. Within a day, they had him caught. Within a day, they had everything on his phone. The ATF had the whole, because that's a bomb threat. So here comes the ATM, right? So, what the hell is that? I got a spam bot in here. I ain't had a spam bot in here in a long time. That's weird. So anyway, the ATF got the man so quick that it was unbelievable. And it just shows you that the power of the feds are really for real. And you want to sit here and play with these people. And you know, so a lot of people forget that you can be arrested in Texas and go to 2 different systems. It's not all about TDCJ, right? It sure ain't. Your ass will be like me, Marco, Sir Sonic, AR, and all the other people in the struggle. You'll be in a federal prison system. And you might be like them, get sent somewhere far away. Luckily, I was somewhere close by home. You know what I'm saying? You seen some fool start a riot over a fool that was getting extorted. I believe it, but you know what? That's rare, because once somebody's getting extorted, unless somebody else wants to extort them, nobody usually gives a shit. Chemo, what happened? Were they trying to extort somebody powerful's family member or something like that? Because every time I've ever seen somebody getting extorted, everybody else minds their business, because that's them up under their wing type shit now. So I'd love to hear that story, tell you the truth. But hell, there's times people hit prisons and they look weak. They might be weak, but guess what? They got a brother, a cousin, something like that on the block. You know, Albu got a story about something like that he'll tell when he gets here. You know, so that'll be a good one. That'll be a real good one. But listen here, y'all, it's getting late, and I'm fixing to tap out. Thank you for everybody for watching. Make sure you double tap the screen for me on the way out. Get these likes up for me, y'all. Double tapping the screen, tap, while we're live on YouTube. That's how you like the video. Hit the thumbs up on Facebook, and salute to everybody. Much love to all y'all, man. Thank you, Jesse. I'll see y'all. Chemo, Marco, y'all have a good night, man. Be careful this weekend if you go out.
Man, if y'all ain't subscribed to him, check it out. Takes Prison Story Family Studios. Your boy Tim Snow. Got another one here for you, man. I just want to say what's up to everybody here.
Yeah, for you a fella. I say you got me, man. That's what I'm saying.
What Tim Snow. Takes Prison Story Family Studios. Your boy Tim Snow. Takes Prison Story Family Studios. Your boy Tim